episode number 29.
I've got one hand to do this, so 2
plus 5.
5
and then
plus 4. So 2.
There you go.
It's 29.
It's October, so we're wearing our scary shirts. And
see mine. I'm behind my computer, but
it's got a skull. And I've got this crazy band. They're actually local to Arizona. It is the Exiled Martyr out of Phoenix, Arizona. So go check them out. I'm gonna drop like some tags or something in this fucking thing.
Yeah. Definitely worth a listen.
Yeah, we actually played with them way back in the day. Way back when, you know, when we were musicians and not podcasters. Anyway, so yeah, happy Halloween. We still got what, like 1 or 2 weeks before Halloween?
2.
2. Okay. So we're doing this all October long. We're doing the scary shirt thing.
I kind of dig it. Have a little theme whenever it's like a holiday month or whatever.
Yeah. Next month we're dressing as pilgrims. Psych. We also have got an interview for you. We'll drop it at the end of the episode. It's from Ricky the Karate Kid Steele. I mean, it's not from him, but it's featuring him. We talk his Contender Series fight. Mm-hmm. We talk The Ultimate Fighter. And we talk just, you know, what we do when we're not in fights. So, it's a good interview. Rick is an awesome guy. So, he's also working on some fight news. So, as soon as he gets that, we'll probably book the mofo again. Mm-hmm. Super cool dude. So, fucking check that shit out at the end of the, I'll drop, after I 808 everything, I'll drop where the interview's going to be in that shit. But we had some new blood tonight. We had... what was it? The new, that one. Future.
Oh, Future FC.
Or Future MMA, whatever they're calling themselves. We were dropped a link. We followed the link, and it took us to some beating of asses.
Yeah, that was fucking phenomenal shit.
The DR was a little bit heavy tonight. Titan FC had a card from the Dominican Republic. Titan FC 57. Brown versus Paulino. It was supposed to be a lightweight title fight, but only one guy was eligible for the title because the champ missed weight.
How the... I'm not even going to get in that.
Okay. We also have the PFL 219. The 2019 playoffs continue with PFL 8, and this was the featherweights and the lightweights.
Mm-hmm.
Good shit there. And then, of course, we had UFC Boston. Every time the UFC is in Boston, we have some good fights. And this card was no exception. So, we're just going to go ahead and dive right the fuck into it. Let me get this window out of my fucking way. Alright, so we had final, I keep wanting to call it final, Future FC. Jonathan, we were doing double duty. So he was watching on the stream here. And I was watching on the screen here. The stream screener. That's how we did it. So why don't you talk to us about this Future FC?
All right. Well, there's actually a shit ton of fights, but these are the ones that we caught. We had Dennis Alagoas defeating Aziz Sousa.
He's going to be doing that a lot because I wrote the results down and my handwriting sucks.
Not as bad as mine, but my eyes are all kinds of fucked up.
This is very true.
Allergies are kicking my ass.
Keeps crying.
I read that wrong. It says it was a third round submission. Armbar. That was a pretty sick armbar. The next fight was Jonas Bielharino. The fucking crazy.
Bielharino.
Versus Junior Duarte, RoboCop, and vicious KO with a flying fucking knee. That was beautiful, very beautiful.
It was. I think the dude had a few years off of MMA.
Yeah, this was his first fight in like 3.5 or 4 years, something like that.
That's fucking nuts.
And, I mean, dude, but we gone for that long.
Ring rust.
Yeah, fuck that ring rust. He was like, get the shit out of here.
He needed.
He need that shit out of here. Next fight was It was fucking insane.
It was insane.
It was insane, guys.
It was insane.
I tell you what, that shit was insane, y'all. It was João Alacache versus Bruno Correa. The fight was a draw, and I do not disagree.
It was a majority draw.
Majority draw.
808. There was an illegal knee, which, I mean, it could be, depending on which angle you saw.
Mm-hmm.
From where I was sitting, it looked illegal. From where he was sitting, it didn't look illegal. So, I mean, take it for what it is. It's one of those controversies. But
either way, it was fucking illegal. So
yeah, it's fucking illegal. But Alacache, he fought his way back into the fight after losing that first round and taking the following 2 rounds, in my opinion, at least 10-9 on both those rounds. So the fight is ruled a draw, and I tend to agree with that.
By the sound of it, sounds like they're gonna probably run it back at some point in time. But
Correa said that hey, I lost this fight. He said that in the post fight. He said I lost this fight. I don't feel that I won, and he apologized to the fans.
Well, whatever language you speak down there, it sounds like you speak it too. So I didn't understand shit. Next fight we had Rafael Barbosa versus Luis Bateo Nogueira, and Nogueira pulls away with a split decision win.
How the fuck that is a split decision, I do not know.
Yeah,
that should have been a 30-27.
Yeah.
That should have been a 30-27. I mean, the rounds were close, but I had Batao or Betio or
however it's pronounced.
Luis Nogueira. I had him winning. I had him taking all 3 rounds pretty comfortably.
Yeah, he looked very dominant all 3 rounds, so I don't see why it was a split decision either. And this is going to be a fun one. Mateo. Oh man, this dude was really fucking cool.
Quit being a boofa and just tell these guys what we're talking about.
Alright, so there's this next fight. Matheus Bufa fought I forgot what Vascularia. I'm fucking up these names so bad.
Try it? Okay, so it's
Fabio Vasconcelos.
There you go. It's not too bad.
Matheus Bufa came away with the first round knockout.
Bufa.
He was being a Bufa.
He boofed the shit.
Fuck yeah, he did.
Out of Veniscalos, or what is it?
Vasconcelos.
Vasconcelos,
Dude,
yeah.
We gotta get better at these names.
We really do. We suck with the international stuff. But we have fun with it. It is what it is.
We've been
we're not John
about it.
Yeah, we're not John Anik, okay, in any way, shape, or form, and we do not pretend to be. So, if we fuck it up, we fuck it up, but we never do it intentionally, and sometimes it's funny. Moving on, we'll move on like a couple of boofas.
That's right.
All right, we'll get on with Titan. I see what you did there. Titan FC 57, Brown versus Paulino. This is a pretty fun card. Excuse me. Main card opens with a welterweight title fight. I believe these guys were welterweights.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe they're welterweights because they looked pretty small, at least on my screen. But nonetheless, Kamal Magomedov defeats well shit, I don't know. Yeah, no, he defeats De Silva, but I don't know what the guy's first name is. But anyways, he defeats De Silva Goncalves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And it was a submission. And round 1, rear naked choke. There you go. See, I don't have my notes. I wrote notes on this somewhere. It's on a notebook.
Oh, it's probably over there.
Yeah, but fuck it. We'll just
okay,
so
sorry.
no worries. It was the RNC right there in round 1. Another Magomedov getting the wins as the Magomedovs do.
They're all over the place.
Right? Mohammed Usman. I believe this is an Usman brother.
Usman. Dude, he looked fucking huge.
Yeah, a big boy. These guys are heavyweights.
That's a big Usman.
He defeated Alexis Garcia round 1 TKO?
2.
Round 2?
Wait.
No.
Nope, round 1.
Read your screen.
I read it wrong.
Yes, you did.
I was reading the wrong direction.
Yes, you did.
I wasn't reading from the one direction, I was reading from
What
the
a
other.
boofa. Anyway, Usman climbs to 5-1 with that TKO. Macias or Macias Urena?
Mm-hmm.
Was this the Pink Ranger?
No.
No. One of these guys is a Pink Ranger, and he won.
Juan Puerta.
No. He was not the Pink Ranger. I think it's this guy. I think Urena is the Pink Ranger.
Well, you give the results.
Okay,
I'll look this shit
we'll
up.
do this. Okay, so Urena defeated Faustin via round 1 TKO. 3 minutes in, and I'm pretty sure...
Motherfucker, I am wrong, and I will take that on the chin. That is my first round knockout right there. Michaelis Urena es de Pink Ranger.
It's the Pink... Well, and see, on the broadcast, I'm pretty sure... I mean, my eyes and the screen was fuzzy, but I'm pretty... Don't hit your headphones, it hurts, by the way. Now, I thought it said the Pink Panther.
That's what I thought, too.
So, okay, so I'm not crazy. But
No,
you
yeah,
were crying the whole night, and my vision sucks, even with these things. So it really doesn't matter. But we read the Pink Panther, and then they kept saying the Pink Ranger, and I'm like, these guys are fucking morons, man. They said Pink Panther, and they're calling him the Pink Ranger. And then he wins, and he's got the fucking, he's got the helmet on the back of his head of the Pink Ranger, and I'm like,
I think you need a fucking helmet.
Bitch, right? You hear that? It might be Barbarina. Barbarina fucking riding by?
Did you get that bike yet?
Yeah,
No,
right?
not yet.
I know. Anyways, Urena gets it done here. Climbs to 4-2. Looking pretty good. A pretty good up and coming prospect. Landon Stewart gets the win over Jeffrey Roy via knockout in round 1. Tommy Garcia.
Tommy!
That's how the announcement. He got the win over Juan Reyes Garcia via unanimous decision. He got the UD. Would that be a D on your side? Or is that a B on your side? Let me see. D? Anyway, they were really up on this Tommy Garcia guy. Was that the Suplex City? One of these fights had like
It was either the
suplexes.
Tommy Garcia or Juan Puerta. Like, I don't know why, like, that Puerta name just sticks out. I don't know why.
No. Because Puerta was he finished the guy with the arm bar in round 4. So it wasn't Suplex City. It must have been Tommy Garcia.
Yeah. Hey, since I have the last name, not to be so stereotypical, but do you think that'd be domestic violence?
Garcia beating up on Garcia?
Brother?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, either way, Garcia won.
Yeah. Garcia's happy somewhere.
Juan Puerta defended his flyweight title by defeating, I forget what the R stood for.
Whatever the fuck that was.
I know. Maybe the fucking, the Back to the Future car? What was that?
The DeLorean?
The DeLorean, yeah, that's what it is. Jamie, what is it? Fox? No, not Jamie
No,
Fox. Jesus Christ, that's black. Michael J. Fox. Fox. He's going to come in all...
Michael J. Fox.
Anyways, Juan Puerta gets it done. Armbar, round 4. In round 3, this Dos Santos was kind of putting it on the champ. And then the champ gets the takedown and does, like, literally jack shit with it. Ends the round there, comes out round 4, and gets the finish.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately going for the takedown. Obviously, Puerta had the advantage on the ground.
Definitely.
And Dos Santos had way better striking. So, but you know, the champ defends nonetheless. Flyweight's getting it done in the co-main event. I love that shit. I love me some flyweights.
Dude, flyweights are growing on me.
Okay, and then Martin Brown defeated Johanser Polino. I think it's probably Johanser.
Probably.
Paulino. Or Johanser. Paulino.
Yeah.
He lost. It was a unanimous decision, all 5 rounds. A little bit of controversy there at the end, but I would say defending champ, but he was stripped. So the former champ gets the win here. I'm not really sure what, Titan's going to do here. Do they have him, fight? Jesus, what's going on? It's all the vegetables I was eating earlier.
Goddamn vegetables.
I know those goddamn vegetables. I had a taco, Jesus Christ. You had a taco. I had a burrito. But they didn't give me a lot of, carne in my burrito. So I had a lot of vegetables, is what I called them. Yeah, it was good though. It was good. Martin Brown really just took control. Another guy who was clearly more dominant on the ground, using his wrestle heavy attack to get the W here. He's not a youngin', so I'm pretty sure that had something to do with the weight cut there.
Yeah, he's also like 35, I think.
35, 36, somewhere in there. And he also hadn't fought in a while. So, anyways, he gets the win. I'd like to see what Titan does with him next. Overall, I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. It wasn't a bad card, but it wasn't a great card. It wasn't no Future FC, so I'm definitely going to have to keep my eye on that fucking promotion, because that was a fun card.
No, definitely.
But the announcer over at Titan that they had down in the DR, the Dominican Republic, that guy, they were all 3 rounds, except for the main event, it was 5 rounds, but they were all 3 rounds. Well, main and co-main and the opener. Weird as that sounds. The title fights. Everything else was 3 rounds. And man, it was fun. It was good stuff. What do we have next?
Up next, we are going to be talking about some good old PFL.
Ooh, PFL treating us well.
And this is the quarterfinals and semifinals for the lightweight and featherweight divisions.
Okay, so let me get to that window here real quick so I don't get lost in the shuffle. Here we go. You want to break it down?
Well, because it looks like it all says main card, but I'm going to call the first.
Well, because they don't have a preliminary card and a main card, because all the fights are equally important.
Exactly.
So you had.
We'll say main card part 1, I guess.
There you go. So you had 8 featherweights, and they got it down to 4, and now we have 2 for December. So we started out with Lance Palmer and Alexandre Almeida, Alex Gilpin and Andre Harrison, Daniel Pineda versus Movlid
Habibullah.
There you go. Thanks for saving me. And Jeremy Kennedy versus Luis Rafael Lorenzino. And was that the rest? Was that all the featherweights?
That was all the featherweights.
Okay, so we had 1, 2. No, sorry.
2,
1,
6.
Is it 8?
8.
Right? 2, 4, 6.
2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah.
8. Who do we appreciate?
PFL. PFL.
Alright.
As I break my chair because
Alright, boofa.
I boofed it.
So, in your featherweight quarterfinals, you had Lance Palmer defeating Alexandre Almeida. Unanimous decision there. And now finishes and points, like, they don't matter. It's all about the win here. It's win to move on to the final. That's how it works. So Lance Palmer defeats Almeida via unanimous decision. Alex Gilpin defeating Andre Harrison via... That fool went to sleep.
Yeah.
He choked him out. And when I say he choked him out, he was out.
He was like, hey, I'm going to get Z's.
Yeah, he was all kinds of out. Daniel Pineda, son of a gun. We having tacos, bro. Actually, we did. We did have tacos. And that was for the pit. He gets it done against Movlid
Habibullah.
Via knockout in round 1. 30 seconds, well actually 29, but 30 seconds into the fight against the guy that everybody's like, this guy's gonna be in the final. The pit said, no! No! And smashed him in less than 30 seconds. Gotta love that shit. Jeremy Kennedy had to have a rematch with the guy that knocked him out in the preseason.
Oh,
not the preseason, the regular season. Okay? This was the guy that knocked him out. And Jeremy Kennedy turns it around on him, gets the TKO in the second round, I believe it was? Yes, it was. Okay? And then, should we just run through the whole featherweight and then run through lightweight? I think we should do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
I'm going to do that. Okay? And then, so, is that all of them?
Yeah, that's all the...
That's all the quarterfinals? Okay, so now your semifinals, you had Lance Palmer and Alex Gilpin, and then the other one was Daniel Pineda and Jeremy Kennedy. Okay? And it played out like this. Lance Palmer defeated Alex Gilpin via unanimous decision. Gilpin's a tough son of a gun, man.
Yeah,
you cannot deny that guy's heart, man. Holy shit. And then Daniel Pineda subbed Jeremy Kennedy in the first round with a guillotine choke. Pineda loves to fucking finish. Let me just say, Pineda, I love you. I love you. Okay?
I need some sleep. Come put me to sleep, please. So I can get some good night's rest.
Well, actually, if you want some fucking sleep, Nathan Shulte, he's got you. Okay? The Rizzo's got you. So now hold on. Your PFL featherweight final in December at the Garden. That's New York, if you didn't know. It's going to be returning champ Lance the Party Palmer versus Daniel the Pit Pineda. Now, Lance, returning champ, Pineda. Everybody's like, where the fuck did this guy come from? He came from nowhere. And it's just like, you know, that dude's been fighting for a while. He's fought for every major modern organization out there, except for maybe one in Ryzen. But he's fought for Bellator, he's fought for LFA, he's fought for the UFC. I mean, what do you mean, where did this guy come from? He's been here the whole fucking time.
I think people get caught up with...
I mean, he's new to PFL, don't get me wrong, so it's like he did essentially come out of nowhere, but you should, like, just...
Well, I mean, it kind of brings me to, like, how everybody was last week when Sarah Kaufman got put on her ass. You know, everyone was like, yeah, it's going to be her and Kayla Harrison.
True.
And, you know, maybe that's what they were thinking about with the featherweights, you know?
I don't know. Pineda was a dark horse, you know, through this whole thing, and I think that's going to be one hell of a fucking final. Yeah? What do you think?
Yeah, I would love to go there and watch that fight in person.
Believe you me. We tried. PFL. Lightweights next. Okay, so let's go ahead and break that down. The lightweight quarterfinal kind of went a little something like this. Nathan Schulte defeated Ramsey Nijem via rear naked choke, and he went...
Man, everyone's getting some Z's, man. Who wants to put me to sleep? I'm fucking tired. Like,
okay,
do it.
Nathan Schulte is the returning lightweight champion from last year. Okay, and his competition is pretty steep. Okay, but Ahmed Aliyev defeated Rashid Magomedov via unanimous decision, moving on to the quarterfinals. Chris Wade again defeated Nate Andrews via majority decision to move on to your semifinals. And then Loic Radzhabov. Oh no, sorry. I'm skipping shit. Is that right? So Loic Radzhabov defeated Islam Mamedov. Okay.
A lot of doves and bobs.
A lot of ovs.
Yeah.
There's a Magomedov, Mamedov, Radzhabov, and Aliyev. He's just, you know. I read it as a leave the first time.
So did I.
It kind of gave me a headache. Hey, don't 808. Alright, so now in your semifinals, you had Loic Radzhabov defeat Chris Wade, knocking Chris Wade out. And that was a bummer to watch because Chris Wade was obviously hurt, But Loic, he slowed down in the second, and he stomped on the fucking brakes. And I really do think that Chris Wade missed an opportunity here to really put it on him and possibly put him away. And when Chris watches the footage, he's gonna see that, and he's gonna be so fucking upset that the second round literally cost him $1 million. Because I do think that if he would have just fucking stepped on the gas pedal, Radzhabov was literally taking that round off.
Yeah.
He literally took the round off. And Chris Wade missed his opportunity.
Do you think he did it on purpose because he was like, I got this shit in the bag? Or do you think he was just literally physically tired?
I think he had fought one time already and he was tired. Now, am I saying I wouldn't be tired? I wouldn't make it past the fucking first round. Let me just be honest with you. Okay? Even if I'm fighting Alive, it doesn't matter. Okay? I'm not making it past the fucking first round. So the fact that he got it past the second round, I don't know what is going on. I keep oh man, it must be all the coffee.
Probably.
I don't know. But, yeah, so I think Chris Wade's probably going to be upset there. And then Nathan Shulte, hold on, there was a decision in here. So, the Loic Radzhabov, when he defeated Islam Mamedov, it was a unanimous decision, but it was a unanimous judge's decision. So the difference here is PFL no longer is going with the format of if the fight is ruled a draw, they base it on the first round. Now, if the fight is a draw, they base it on whoever the judges think should win the fight. Basically, it's a judge's call. So basically, whoever the judges feel wanted it more, or whoever they like more. I wish they could do something else, but there really is nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Because I think the unified rules have it so that you can't fight more than 5 rounds in one night.
Yeah.
I think that's literally what it is. So I don't know, because they're doing it all in one night, what you would do. I have no fucking idea.
This is my first roundabout with this, so I'm at a loss for anyway.
The buddy Unbroken suggested flipping a coin. So, and I mean, really, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I think there needs to be something in place rather than just, whatever the judges think. Because you know how many fucking careers judges ruin?
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? So, God, I wish they would figure something else out. I mean, the format, everything else, I love it. I really dig
behind the coin toss because that eliminates, I guess, bias. I guess that's what it would be.
Yeah.
The judge's bias, somebody that should literally clearly move on.
Yeah, but then watch the coin land like this.
Yeah, I know. That's when I would just be like, that's what, dude.
You both win. You both move on. You both have to fight Nathan Schulte. You both have to fight him.
Hey, that's when you bring the WWE rules in. You get a triple threat octagon match going on.
Oh man.
That's right. Now that's all the coffee going through me. No, but you could probably even get somebody from media or have the announcer pick somebody or something.
Or if you're gonna have something like that, then have 5 judges.
Ooh, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, and just for this event in specific. So when you're doing your playoffs, have 5 judges. The regular season, you can do 3. Because in the regular season, you're not fighting twice in one night. So if there is a draw...
And it's all based on points anyway.
Yeah, it's all based on points. But if there is a draw and you have to, have some way to fucking move on, they can just fight another round and it's sudden death. Right? I mean, I think there just needs to be something. And a coin toss or having more judges in there. I think that would be a better, safer way to not ruin somebody's career. And they're fighting for $1 million, dude. That's
you're fucking with someone's life there.
Yeah.
I mean, and not only...
Can you imagine me with $1 million?
Well, I mean, not only are they trying to win that $1 million? I mean, they're also trying to cement their legacy as becoming champ too.
Yeah.
So.
True that. So, Radzhabov moves on, and he fought Chris Wade, and he won there. Natan Shulte fought Ahmed Aliyev and defeated him. Another technical submission. Natan Shulte put this boy to sleep. He went sleepy bye. So, and all these guys go on sleepy bye. So, Natan Shulte ain't fucking around. He says, everybody talked shit about me last year, just fucking taking everybody to decision. So I'm gonna shut everybody up, including my opponents. Going to sleep. So, your lightweight final, Radzhabov versus Natan Shulte. I think right here, right now, Natan Shulte is probably going to be the favorite, and rightfully so. And I think he probably takes it anyway. Pineda Palmer, as much as I love tacos, and I'd love to celebrate with the guy, I think the party is going to use his takedowns and probably take a decision there. But I'll, I'm not giving my official picks on either, but I'm leaning towards both champs retaining and becoming what would you call that? Multi-millionaires?
Yeah.
Obviously, because it's more than one.
Yeah.
Going back to school, folks. Going back to school. All right, and then for the last card of the evening, we had UFC on ESPN 6 or UFC Boston. I like UFC Boston.
UFC Boston.
It's Boston. Got the car keys. Or the cat keys. I don't know. The cat keys. I don't know. Do you want, pants or do you want, I don't know. So we'll go ahead and start from the bottom to the top.
Bottom to top, let's stop.
Okay, I don't know which way we were going. If we were going to go fucking, what's the Lil Wayne guy? Drake? Or if we were going to go the rap rock dudes, Linkin Park.
Always rap rock dudes.
Always rap rock dudes. Anyway, Tanner Boser defeats Daniel Spitz via UD, 30-27s across the board. Brendan Allen! That guy, okay, the third time was the charm on the LFA title. Okay, he became the LFA middleweight champion on the third attempt. He had lost to, don't tell me, he had lost to, the guy.
The guy, of course he lost to a guy.
He lost to the guy, fucking your boy, Eric Anders, and who was the other one?
Trevin Giles? No. I'm trying to see. Anthony Hernandez?
Yes, Hernandez. Okay, so he lost to Eric Anders, and he lost to Anthony Hernandez. Both now UFC middleweights. Well, your boy, he's a money weight.
Oh,
He'll take you on at light heavy, and he'll take you on at middle. He don't give a fuck. And that dude fucking smashes. Anyways, okay, so third time's a charm on the LFA title. And then he makes it to the Dana White's Contender Series over the summer. Nets a win there. And then, fucking bam. Defeats Kevin Holland, another LFA vet, via rear naked choke in round deuce. Super stoked for Brendan Allen here. And we've actually sat down with a few of the boys, and we were actually supposed to interview Rafian Stotts. And because his boy was fighting, I made the call, so we'll have to see what happens there. But we decided, we were just going to let the dudes celebrate, because I'd be celebrating hard if it was my dude.
I really like how they switched up a little bit of the game plan there in the second round.
Yeah.
Really went to work on that ground game.
It's good coaching. I mean, that team's really fucking solid, and they're doing a lot of good things right now. So, definitely not surprised on that there. Kevin Holland, been pretty inconsistent as of late. Pretty tall dude, but I think he's just a little skinny for middleweight, if I'm being honest. Sean Brady defeated Court McGee via unanimous decision. Court McGee was starting to turn it on there in the third, but Brady, he got it done early with the points, so I think that's probably what carried him to the win here. But Court was really starting to take over at the end of that third round with his pressure, his relentless pace, and his fucking chin. Holy shit. Randy Costa, bruv.
Dude.
Bruv. That was a sick KO.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that stoppage.
No. He went fishing. And he caught him a salmon.
Yeah. That dude got caught.
That probably is not going to go over very well, but I don't give a fuck. I thought it was funny.
All right. Well, Randy Costa, he lost in his UFC debut, and this was him getting one back in a big way in his hometown, because I believe Costa is at least from Massachusetts, probably real close to Boston.
I was busy doing schoolwork, so I didn't take notes, but I
fucking boofa.
Yeah, I boofed it, but I'm getting that education on, man. But I do believe, I think he was actually from Boston, I do believe. You know what? I'm going to look that up.
While he looks that up, I'll talk to you about Sean Woodson putting on a fucking striking clinic over Kyle Bochniak. Now, check it out. Sean Woodson had his fight on the Dana White's Contender Series, and I'm like, man, this skinny boy, what the fuck is he going to do? Aside from knee your ass to sleep. I mean, because that's what he fucking does, and then he comes in here against a fucking hometown guy, and look, Bochniak is as tough as they come, and he put on a fucking ridiculous pace, and I love the dude's pressure, but dude, Sean Woodson, that guy has got some fucking striking, and his knees and uppercuts really kind of fucking had Bochniak very hesitant to come in. Now, Bochniak was able to put him on his butt like maybe once or twice, but dude, Woodson's so long, he just got up. And it wasn't very difficult. Okay, so Sean is very tall for the division, so I'm very, very interested. He definitely needs to work on his ground game now. Because if he fights, a really good wrestler that's a little bit taller and knows how to deal with, I think I need a fucking like omeprazole or something. I think it might be like heartburn.
Could be.
I don't know, but
you did have a lot of burrito.
A lot of vegetables.
And vegetables.
But yeah, Sean Woodson looked great. Super stoked to see him fight again. And then the girl Molly Meatball smashing Diana Belbita.
Yeah. While I was doing my schoolwork and I was listening to them like introduce everybody, I heard them introduce Molly, and I was like, oh, I saw the name and whatever earlier, but I thought they said Diana Velveeta, and I was like, what?
Meatball versus Velveeta?
Meatball and cheese? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know.
But then I looked up and I was like, oh, Belbita.
Belbita.
I was like,
well, sometimes in Spanish, Portuguese, the B's, they pronounce them as V's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can understand how you heard that if you weren't exactly paying attention, which is what we should have been doing. Don't cry about it. Don't cry, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
But Molly is in fact one of my favorite flyweights, like ever. Just ever. She's fucking tough. She loves to fucking fight. And she's so fucking cool.
Yeah, she's not afraid to get in there and fucking beat the shit out of you. No. So you gotta bring your A game.
You definitely have to bring your A game. Molly is she's a fucking gangster. She's a fucking gangster of a meatball. I tell ya, it doesn't get more gangster than that. Mm-hmm. She's so cool. She's so fucking cool. She's my favorite. She's my fucking favorite. Charles Rosa putting it on Manny Missweight Bermudez.
What the fuck is up with all these damn fighters missing weight?
Okay, but this is Manny Bermudez's second time. Second time in a row.
Get out of here.
And he was a hometown guy. Because I believe Manny Bermudez is also from... Did you find out if Costa was from Boston?
It's just, everywhere I look, it just says he's from USA.
Well, he's from
Massachusetts. Yeah, he's from Massachusetts.
Okay. Good. But Charles Rosa getting it done over Manny Bermudez. And I believe the armbar was via verbal submission. I don't think there was a tap.
Yeah, there wasn't any tap. The guy was like, ah! And,
right, so he probably did the, ow!
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Because I heard that, I was like, who the fuck's in my house? And I was like, nope, it's just the dude on the TV screaming.
Okay, Manny Bermudez, second consecutive loss, second consecutive time missing weight. And I believe this was even up a weight class from where he fought last time. I think his last...
still misses weight?
Don't quote me, okay? Look up his history. Look up his history real quick for me. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it was at featherweight, but I'm pretty sure his last fight was against Casey Kenny. Casey Kenny, in fact, is a bantamweight at the heaviest because he's actually a flyweight. If you've seen Casey Kenny, he's very... I mean, he's not small because he's the same size as me. I just outweigh him by like 50 pounds, okay? Which is crazy because this dude is a fucking, he's a goddamn UFC fighter. And we're the same height, but I weigh 50 pounds more than him. It's because I'm fat. Anyway, so Manny Bermudez moves up to featherweight and still misses. So, yeah, that's a thing. And I'm pretty sure the boss doesn't like when people miss weight. This guy's probably looking at a pink slip.
Yep, looking at a pink slip. And on top of Rosa winning, he also gets a little bit, what is it, like 20 or 30% of Bermudez's purse. On top of that, Rosa got a performance of the night bonus, so he is a very rich man.
So yeah, 20% at least of Bermudez's purse, plus 50 G's on that performance of the night bonus, plus his show, plus his win, and we don't know what kind of backdoor locker room bonuses they're getting either.
Yeah.
You know the UFC prez loves his Boston, okay?
Yeah.
He loves his Boston. So
someone got a little extra take of the beers and the popcorn.
I think you got a couple extra beers if you want. Alright. Charles Rosa, he's been out for a while too. So very, very stoked for that guy. Manny Bermudez, get that weight on check, dude. Get it fixed. Yeah. Or fucking, maybe you're just a lightweight.
Yeah.
You're a lightweight at cutting weight. Oh, you fucking lightweight, get out of here. Anyways, so really stoked for Charles Rosa there. Armbar round 1. Gotta love the first round submissions. We're gonna move on to the main card here. Darren Stewart, or the middleweight Woodley.
Yeah.
I heard somebody on the Twitter now.
Yeah, I can see that.
Usually I quote people when I see it, but I don't remember who the tweet was from. But it says, I've never seen Darren Stewart and Tyron Woodley in the same room. Just saying.
Ooh.
Alright?
Fight him.
You've never seen him in the same room, so it's probably the same guy. What if Darren Stewart is just Tyron Woodley when he doesn't want to cut weight?
Fucking genius.
I know, so if you fucking know who tweeted that shit, you should fucking, retweet and tag us in it.
Yep.
So we fucking, you guys ain't gonna do that shit anyway. So Darren Stewart defeats Daron Ween via split decision here. Damn, there goes his fucking, Darren Ween came in this, undefeated and, overweight. And check this out, he's like 5'7".
Shit.
Okay, now look.
I'm overweight every day, and this dude can't at least make weight once.
Well, and you see, what I don't understand is his main... Shit, my bad. His main dude, if I'm not mistaken, I think is DC. DC is a big boy, and he cut all the way to 205. Mm-hmm. Darren Wynn, you're not a big boy, and you should be able to make 185. He's literally half an inch taller than me, and he weighs more than I do. Mm-hmm. Like a lot more. No, come on. I mean, not a lot more. When I say a lot, I'm a middleweight right now. I'm a light middleweight though. I'm like 180, 183, somewhere in there. Shut up. Macy, the future. Barber, getting it done over the girl, Jillian Robertson. I tell you what,
that
the
was
Savage.
A fucking fantastic fight.
The Savage was not enough. She definitely was not enough here. Macy Barber. See, I told you those the Spanish and the Portuguese, they pronounce it like so.
Varver.
Anyway, Macy kind of shutting a lot of people up, and also making a whole bunch of other people talk about her. Mm-hmm. Some good, some bad. She wants PVZ, and I'll tell you why. Because a lot more people. Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something here.
Okay, a lot more people, they know who PVZ is. Okay? They know who PVZ is. But they don't know who Molly Meatball is. Okay? PVZ, she's outside the UFC. Okay?
I'm gonna stop that right now before we're doing that the rest of the episode.
What the hell?
I know. I'm gonna say, I know.
But that's why she's reaching for Paige Van Zandt.
Mm.
Paige Van Zandt, Van Zandt. Well, anyways, PVZ is also like an easy target.
Mm.
She's an easy target, but her record isn't, as of late, anyways, isn't what you would want for a Macy Barber. But I say, fuck it. You know, she wants the payday. Let her have it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a fucking problem with the fight. I'd watch the fight, and I don't think the UFC loses whoever wins.
Yeah, it's a win.
Because either PVZ gets a win over the future,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden Paige Van Zandt is relevant again in the division,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Or Macy Barber beats the shit out of Paige Van Zandt, which is probably what would happen if I'm being honest,
Mm-hmm.
at least right now. Then guess what? Macy Barber gets a nice little fucking payday. Everybody who knows who Paige Van Zandt is now knows who Macy Barber is.
Mm-hmm. And just a little bit of extra stuff.
We like extra.
She, if I'm reading this right, she is tied for the longest knockout streak in women's UFC history. She ties with Amanda Nunes, Chris Cyborg, and obviously herself.
That is some good fucking company, bro. That is some good company to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who are you in competition with there? Only the two baddest women on the fucking planet outside of Julia Budd. Like, come on, man. Dude, I'm sorry. Women's MMA is so fucking exciting right now. You got Cyborg. She's taking on Bellator champ Julia Budd.
Mm-hmm.
You got fucking Nunes. She's got 2 fucking belts. She's doing the 45 and the 35 thing.
Mm-hmm.
You got Weili Zhang at the top of fucking strawweight. You got fucking Dude Shevchenko at the top of flyweight. And then Alima Leigh McFarland over there in Bellator doing her thing at flyweight. Dude, I'm telling you, women's MMA, oh, I'm loving that shit right now. Moving on. Joe Lozon. Oh man, I love this guy because A, he does not look like a fighter.
No, he doesn't.
Are you done 808ing it over there?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to drop my phone.
Okay.
That's my bad.
He's the stereotypical, actually the anti-stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
Because the dude looks like he reads books all day. And you know what? Joe Lozon probably fucking does. Okay, the dude is very intelligent. Okay? I hadn't seen this guy in a while. And to be honest with you, I thought he was probably retired.
Mm-hmm.
But he books this fight, and it's against a young guy in JSP, not GSP. Okay, it's not George St. Pierre. It's Jonathan something Pierce.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's
literally
Jonathan something. Okay, JSP, a young guy, a pretty tough guy,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's writing Lozon off, except for me. I don't know. Did you write him off?
No, to me, because I'm still kind of new, but I'm getting the hang of everything. But he just had that look of like he's just gonna go in there and just beat this kid's ass.
And he did. He fucking did, man.
Yeah, I called it right. I was like, dude, this dude's gonna fight.
Okay, now that is the best I've ever seen Joe Lozon look on the feet. I'm telling you right now, his hands looked fucking crisp. And then when it got down to the ground, generally when it gets there, Lozon's all about the submissions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's all about getting there fast. Okay, but instead he gets like kind of a half Nelson and just beating the shit out of Pierce, and the ref steps in and calls it. Okay, so it's another finish on Joe Lozon's career. Did he net a bonus? Did the boy get a performance bonus?
I believe so. Let me see. Nope.
Oh,
He should have.
No, he really should have.
Mm-hmm.
Because that, to me, in my opinion, was definitely better than the Barber finish. It was better than, okay, well, maybe not the Weidman finish. And when I say Weidman, I mean Weidman got finished.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that any other. Well, anyways, The Charles Rosa one was pretty sick, but I'm more impressed with the Lozon, and that would have added to his history. But anyways,
Well, speaking of history,
go ahead.
he is tied. If I'm reading this right,
Well, you should.
he's tied third in most UFC finishes with 13. He joins the likes of Donald Cerrone, Vitor Belfort, Anderson Silva, Charles Oliveira, Matt Hughes, and Frank Mir.
Damn. Listen, that's more good company.
Mm-hmm.
Don't cry, it's okay.
It's just so damn good.
In your featured bout of the evening, Greg Hardy defeats Ben Sassoli via unanimous decision, and then it was turned to a no contest because between rounds 2 and 3, Greg Hardy cannot stir away or get away from controversy, and uses a USADA approved inhaler in between rounds, and so they declared a no contest. 2 things, okay? I'm definitely not trying to protect Hardy here, but the dude looked at the fucking commissioner and said, hey, can I use my inhaler? And the guy didn't say no, okay? So, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And he tried, and that's not cheating if the fucking official says it's okay.
Yep.
And I'm not condoning cheating either. Let me just make that very fucking clear. Fuck.
Yeah.
Now, on the other hand, Dean Thomas and the rest of his corner, they know the fucking rules. They know that stuff is not permitted. We don't know what's in, said inhaler, capsule, or whatever you want to...
Yeah.
We don't know what kind of juice is in there, man. It could be fucking orange juice, or it could be super juice. We don't fucking know.
Could be Jesus juice, you don't know. I know you.
So yeah, Greg Hardy and Ben Sassoli ruled a no contest. So he is officially 2-1-1 in the UFC, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for the draw, because then he'd be 2-1-1. Yeah. Anyway.
Too many ones.
Knowing Greg, that'll probably happen. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. Because I don't think we need to get into the guy's history or how we feel about the guy personally.
I don't want to
or
get
anything
into it anymore either, because I'm sure we'll get in trouble and...
I don't think we'll get in trouble, but I just think people are tired of...
I know I will.
You'll get in trouble?
I will get in trouble.
Because of your feelings?
Yes.
Okay. But I'm pretty sure people are tired of hearing about it. Like I said, I'm not defending Hardy in any way, but I mean, the guy did ask the official, and the official didn't say no, so fucking however you feel about that, you feel that way. I'm just saying, all the other stuff. We just won't talk about that shit. Moving on. Yair Rodriguez defeats Jeremy Stevens. Little Heathen could not get it done, but, bro, that was a fucking fight.
Dude, that was a knockout, drag out, man. I mean,
Dude.
it had no knockouts, but...
Yeah, no, it's a knockout drag out war, is what it was.
Fuck yeah. War, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, Jeremy Stevens got hurt to the belly in the second round, and holy shit, did he survive.
I honestly didn't think he was, but dude, I think, this is going to sound wrong, but Yair blew his wad when he saw that.
What a boofa.
Yeah, he boofed. Well, he should have boofed, but he didn't boof. And man, he was just sitting there just wailing on him. I was like, dude, it's done. He's dead already. End it. But Stevens, dude, he kept doing shit. He was protecting himself somewhat and was doing just enough to have that neck crack. He was doing just enough, man. Just enough to get his ass up, get himself composed, and fucking kept fighting, dude. He's a goddamn warrior.
Yeah, I wish this would have been the main event, because I'd really like to see if Yair had the gas. Because, in my opinion, Jeremy could have. Jeremy could have had the gas.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
You know what I mean? I don't think Yair could have. So, I'm not saying let's go rounds officially. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Because technically the no contest was in round 1, so they've already had round 1, even though it was only 15 seconds.
True.
Anyway, all I'm saying is I'd watch it again. This time as a main event. That would be super, super cool. But yeah, I think Jeremy Stephens, although there was a lot of veteran savvy stuff going on his end, getting out of that fucking position and like rallying back and possibly like almost winning the fight. I do believe he needed a finish or at least a 10-8 round to make it close. But I mean,
I think if it was a 5-round fight, I think after Yair went ham and I think it was round 3. It was.
No, it was round 2.
Oh, it was round 2.
Yeah, round 2.
Well,
5 rounds, it doesn't go his way. Let's just put it that way.
I think in round 4, Stephens would have either knocked him out or.
I think Jeremy, missed an opportunity there in the 3rd round. I really think he did, because he came out and he was in control of the 3rd round. Yair was still, keeping up with the kicks and whatnot. And credit to Yair, okay, because he also stayed out of enough danger in the 3rd round to not get finished. So kudos to him. It was a great fucking fight. I'd love to see it again, but as a 5-rounder, and let's see, what the outcome is there, because I think it's different.
It should have been the main event because those motherfuckers got fight of the night.
Yeah, and I can only imagine that Jeremy Stephens probably would have got fight of the night and performance of the night.
Oh,
Because I think he knocks him out in round 4 if that fight continues.
Mm-hmm.
In your main event, okay, Dominick Reyes defeated Chris Weidman via knockout in round 1. Hit him with that straight left coming backwards.
Yeah.
And then just some fucking walk away type of hammer fist thingies coming down.
Looking like Mario in fucking original Donkey Kong.
He's Dominic Smash. Weidman. So, there's 2 things here, okay? Dominic, now a viable contender at light heavyweight, I guess. I mean, I thought he was before. I didn't think he needed to beat, a champ who's, been in kind of a rut as of late to become something in his own division. But, I mean, kudos, you beat a former champ, regardless of the weight class. If this makes you more creditable now in other people's eyes, then okay. But I thought, hey, he could be booked in a #1 contender fight. I don't have a problem with that. Dude's fucking undefeated. Dude finishes guys. I mean, he's defeated the likes of Cannonier. Okay, Cannonier's beast.
Yeah.
Okay, he's also defeated the likes of No Time, Volkan Ozdemir. How about who's the Tennessee kid? OSP, Owen St. Preux. I mean, the guy's got wins, and he's got finishes over a lot of these guys. So add Chris Weidman to that list. Now, Chris Weidman, on the other hand, everybody thought he would pose a lot of problems for the current light heavyweight king, John Jones. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't make it past his light heavyweight debut with a win. And we're yet to see what he's capable of in this division because he looked very small. I'll just come out and say it right off the bat. He didn't look like too small for the division. It's just, Dominick Reyes was obviously, he's been a light heavyweight like his whole fucking career. And you can tell that Weidman's, played around a little bit with middleweight, just became a champ over there, beat Anderson Silva, no big deal. But, I mean, he just, it didn't look...
This was his...
light heavyweight debut.
Oh, okay, so this is his first fight at light heavyweight.
First fight at light heavyweight.
Okay, I think maybe the next fight, I think he'll be alright. I
think he needs to take an extended time off, figure out what the fuck he wants to do. I mean, Luke Rockhold was also, he made his light heavyweight debut this year and got smashed by Jan Blachowicz. Okay?
Yeah, but these guys have been light heavyweights for a while. These guys are just moving up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would expect the first fight to probably not go their way, but definitely the second fight.
Okay, but maybe not go their way, but to get smashed again, and you left middleweight because it was dehydrating you. You were trying to, not fuck your brain up by getting knocked out all the time, and you move up, and then it just happens again.
If it was me personally, and if I was trying to find my weight class, I would do 2 fights as a weight class. and then if after those first 2 fights, depending on how those went, I decide whether I wanted to stay there or not. Or unless I was contracted to do a certain weight, I guess I'd do that weight. But I don't know how that all works out. But because I mean, there's a lot of fighters that bounce around.
I think the
weight
contract
class.
is just based on fights, not weight classes.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then yeah.
Yeah.
I would at least, like, if I'm trying to find my weight class, I would do the 2 fights, and like, okay, I'll not toy around with this weight class, but because I mean, you want to be a fucking champion and shit, So you gotta get in there and you gotta find your weight class and then just fucking mow people down.
Yeah, I think Chris Weidman just needs to take some time off and figure out what the fuck he wants to do, if he wants to continue fighting or not. Would I be sad if he said, nah, you know what, I had some time to think about it, I don't want to fight no more? Then, nah, hey, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. If he says, hey, I want to fight again, then you can't give him a killer.
Yeah.
Rebuild the guy's confidence. Because dude's getting, he's getting taken out by...
Do what you do with Greg Hardy. Excuse me, what?
Okay, but Ben Sassoli kind of made Greg Hardy look normal. Just saying. If Juan Adams wasn't so, I wouldn't say terrified of Greg Hardy's power. If he wasn't, just that fight played out very strange.
Yeah.
So we won't even go there, but I think that fight plays out a lot differently now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Juan Adams can beat Greg Hardy. I just think the game plan needs to be not try to take him down right away, because it made it appear as if he was afraid of the power, but I think he wasn't afraid of the power. I think it was the game plan to get Hardy on his butt early, because no one's been able to do that. So in no way, shape, or form am I saying anybody's afraid of anything. Just saying,
yeah,
you fucks, we love you anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and.
Well, real quick, while you're having
Jesus,
shit. Dominick Reyes also got a performance of the night bonus.
So he netted that 50 G's.
Thank you, Nick Ray. I gotta hold my cord so you get the karate chop in the air.
You want to talk about karate? No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Cause JJ. Anyway.
That's probably why I'm crying, man.
Yeah, that's why you're crying. You're karate hottie losing. Anyway.
She'll bounce back. She'll bounce back.
Uh-huh. If they made an atomweight division, she'd win all of the fights. But because she's undersized, man. It's just too big.
Too linky.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and end the episode right here. But you gotta stick around for that interview with Ricky, the Karate Kid Steele. Okay, I don't know why I'm flexing on that shit.
You're flexing. I'm fucking karate chopping shit over here.
But yeah, check it out. It's a great interview. We can't wait to see what this guy books next. I think it's going to be a big fight. I think any of these promotions out there looking for an exciting fight at the Karate Kids, definitely your cup of tea. So let's get it on with Ricky Steele right about meow.
All right, we are here with Ricky, the Karate Kid Steele. How are you doing today, brother?
Good, man. Awesome, brother. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We don't really get to interview undefeated fighters all too often because you know how hard it is to stay undefeated in MMA.
A little something about it, but yeah, man, it's an absolute pleasure.
Okay, now look, you are really known for your stints on The Ultimate Fighter and your recent bout on the Contender Series, where I can't believe they did it again, but you didn't get the contract. What the fuck?
Right? I don't know, man. It must be a numbers deal. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, ultimately, man, I get to do what I love to do. You know, it was a fun trip. It's a hell of a venue, man. Everything's top notch, of course, as you'd expect it to be with the UFC. So it was super fun, man. You know, Dana White, we're in good talks, man. They want to see a little consistency. I didn't get a finish, which is, you know, of course, what they're after on that show. But it is what it is. I'll get another fight here before the end of the year and, you know, go from there.
Now, obviously, we want to see you fight before the end of the year. I mean, what are we in, October? I think if you get out of the first one pretty quick, you probably could get 2 in. That's just me being selfish because, look, you may have 6 straight decisions, but I tell you what, ain't none of them been boring. You have an exciting fighting style. And us at HeadKick Audio, we appreciate that shit.
Everybody likes to see someone get kicked in the face, and I'm happy to oblige. You know, they really only care about what's on paper.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Wait, is he back?
But, yeah, I was saying they only care about what's on paper. I've almost finished every one of my fights. But, you know, what does almost count for? So it is what it is. I've tried to take the toughest fights I can. I've tried to take the quick, you know, I say quick road to the UFC. There's no such thing really, but I guess maybe this whole time I should have been beating up bums. But you know what I mean? We were kind of trying to do that, take the hardest fights. And you know, after my second pro fight, I was signed with the RFA, and you know, undefeated in the RFA and stuff. So yeah, the Ultimate Fighter, it is what it is, man. We're in a good spot. We got big fights ahead of us. There's no doubt about it.
Okay, and do we have a promotion in mind? Obviously, with the UFC being the ultimate goal, is Bellator even on your radar?
Yeah, we've been in talks with Bellator a little bit here and there. The UFC is still the goal. It's always been the dream, the goal. You know, that being said, shit, man, the LFA is always a good option. You know what I mean? We're in good with them. They want us, so I like that. And I don't know. We're looking for another fight. Why not try to get some fancy hardware while we're at it too? You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of where we're at right now. We're waiting. They're actually in the midst of doing a new TV deal, so they kind of got me on hold right now. They want to set up a fight. We want to fight. So
It's okay. Just give him some time. Give him some time. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
we're really
There he is!
There we go.
huh? Yeah, those are my guys blowing me up, seeing if they can go home. So
Oh.
All right. So you were in the middle of talking about LFA. Now, that right there has got me thinking. Right now, their number one featherweight, I mean, I don't have their rankings in front of me, but I would assume would be Tyler Diamond. Now, you and Tyler Diamond, you guys were both on the Ultimate Fighter together.
we was, man. And you know what? The way it would have worked out if I didn't have to bow out of the semifinal match, it would have been Tyler Diamond and I fighting for the chance to fight Katonis. So, you know, I joked with him in the house. I says, yeah, I don't know if you dodged a bullet, but you dodged a couple of head kicks, that's for sure. So, but you know what? Tyler's a great guy. Yeah, you're right. He was in line to fight for the belt. Not really quite sure what happened there. I think it had to do something with the TV deal, kind of like I was saying. But you know, I'm not opposed to fighting featherweight right now. I'm not opposed to fighting anybody, anytime, anywhere. However, I am bantamweight. Every one of my fights have been at bantamweight, and their bantamweight belt is open at the moment. So, you know, I'm definitely got my eye on that. If not, why not? You know what I mean? The UFC wants to see me be consistent. Why not be consistent while going after the hardest opponents each and every time? I mean, almost every one of my fights have been undefeated fighters. You know, I've never picked an opponent, that being said, to begin with. So, yeah, why not? You know what I mean? Collect some fancy hardware while we're at it.
Yeah, and you're right. A dual division champion over at LFA. That doesn't sound too bad. The last guy to do it, he went to the UFC.
You never know, man. That's what I love right now, dude. Honestly, there's so many possibilities. The sky's the limit. I honestly feel like I'm just getting started. I cannot wait. I finally got my foot fixed proper. I made it out of this last fight healthy. Just ready to get back after it, man. Ready to build and add to my game, my conditioning, my strength, you know, and we've got good times ahead of us, man. I'm excited.
I'll tell you what, they should be trying to take you out now, because the longer you go in your career, you're only going to get better. And right now, you're sitting pretty,
Truth,
man.
I mean, honestly, with that being said, I've been doing this 8 years now, but unfortunately with this foot, I've had almost as many surgeries as I've had fights. And so
Ouch.
with each and every fight, man, it's night and day difference. I'm getting so much better each and every single time I get in the ring, just from the experience, you know. And so you're right, absolutely right. I got all the tools, man. I got talent. I just need the cage time. I just need the fights, and so that's where I'm at right now, man. I'm excited. I just ready to fight, man. Anybody, anywhere. Seriously.
All right. Well, I'm gonna turn things over to that man over there. All right, Baldy, what you got for the Karate Kid?
Well, hopefully something fucking cool.
No.
Probably not. I've had a really crazy day. First off, I just want to say thank you for taking time out of your very busy day to chat with us over at HeadKick Audio.
Seriously, thank you.
The first question I got for you, it's not even, well, I guess it's kind of sort of fight related. Are you a part-time or full-time fighter?
I mean, right, I do own a business. You know, I've got 5 guys that works for me. I'm super busy. Work's been great, super blessed. That being said, this is all I think about. This is all I want to do. You know, I put everything I got into this. You know what I mean? No matter how tired I am when I get off work, I come home and I train some sort, some way, some place. You know what I mean? That being said, I'm not able to probably take a fight as often as I would like, you know, during the summer times. That being said, man, hey, the UFC called me up with the Contender Show. What I do, I next day started training. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm full time, man. This is my dream. This is what I want to do. And so, you know what I mean? Every day I'm going to do something to work towards that goal. And summer times are so busy for me. But like I said, man, this was the first time I had to juggle both work and a fight camp. And it was amazing. I had a great time. Every minute of every day counted. You know, I had my schedule set out. And it just made me be the best I could be, you know what I mean? Made me be more on point with timing, scheduling, mentally. So it was good, man. Yeah.
Nice. Now, what motivates you the most to get in there and just fucking fight your ass off? Something has to motivate you because your ass is fucking undefeated. So what motivates you?
I, without a doubt, can say, other than family and God, I love the martial arts more than anything. It has saved my life in so many ways, more than once. You know, I was one of the few that's been blessed and found my calling early on. My grandfather gave me the martial arts, you know, when I was 5 years old. I just fell in love with it, man. I honestly can say I'm at my happiest when I'm training, fighting, competing, obviously, you know, competition. You'll never learn anything about yourself like you will when you're competing. That being said, even a fight, you know what I'm saying? Like that, and you'd only know if you've ever been in a fight. So I just love it, man. I just love every part of it. I love that it's all the hard work behind closed doors that makes the difference, because I thrive on that. I just truly enjoy it. I love it. Like Wayne Gretzky, truly love going to practice. You know, you got to love it. You have to.
Definitely. Yeah, and the only thing that I wrestle with is the fucking wrapper off a cheeseburger. So that's all I got to wrestle. So
Oh man, it's a good battle to have. I've had a couple lately myself.
And my third and final question I got for you. I noticed that when we started, you said, you know, you're going to take your daughter to go see a movie, whatever. Aside from, you know, that, what do you like to do in your spare time when you're not training?
If I'm not training, I'm working, honestly. Like that's, you know, the summertime right now. I do own a construction business. So with the good weather, This is my time. I make it count. But I'm an avid shooter. You know what I mean? I love shooting. I have many guns, hunting, fishing, you know, training with my daughter. You know, that's one of my favorite deals. And it's getting harder and harder for me as the day goes on. You know, as the time goes on, she's growing leaps and bounds, so she keeps me on my toes for sure. I have twins on the way, actually, so you know we're just gearing up for the winter, man. Other than the fight, yeah, I'm gonna be battling with twins too. So
it's like, hey, I thought I fed you already. Wait, no, it's you. I don't fucking know. You're gonna get fed.
Oh, it's the truth, and they are identical twins too. So I don't know. It'll be fun.
Nice.
Are we having boys or girls?
More girls, man, more girls. So that
Welcome to the club.
my missus has a little girl, and we're having twin girls. So say a prayer for me, fellas. I might need it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, prayer sent your way, man.
I'll tell you this,
Well,
we're gonna get the "My Dad Can Kick Your Dad's Ass" T-shirt for him.
There we
that's
go.
right.
Yep, everybody always asks me this and that. I was like, well, I'm just going to teach them to beat the boys up so I don't have to. And
Hey.
we'll just
there
go
you
from
go.
there.
Well, thank you again. That's all I've got for you for this evening. I'm going to shoot it back to the host. What else you got, Steve?
Well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'll be upper or down or somewhere in there. But again, I just want to kind of talk about your career going forward, because you do have many options. You got the short notice UFC fight. They could just offer you a fucking contract, which is what they should have done already in one man.
My man.
Okay. And then you got your LFAs, your ones. Are we open to those types of opportunities? Like I know Bellator, it's a different question all on its own, because if you go to Bellator, it's harder to get to the UFC if that's what you want.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right now, yes, man, the sky's the limit. Actually, I was reached out to by Risen, so we've obviously got some potential there. That's cool. But they offered me a short notice fight, then they offered me a New Year's Eve fight, and so my babies, they're just so close to being born right around that time. I'm not really trying to go that far right now, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to fight. So I was hoping for the LFA. They kind of got me on the weight right now with their TV deal, but you know what I mean? They're willing to give me a title fight, if not right off the bat, a fight away. So I think that'd be really cool. And shit, man, I didn't think I'd ever get a fight local again here from my hometown. I think that just that right there sounds great to me. It's convenient, it's fun, it's local. We'll blow the roof off that place. You know what I mean? And shit, they want to see me keep busy, and that's what I just plan on doing.
okay, and if you had to redo the Ultimate Fighter, what would you do differently?
I mean, shit, man. I went there and I fought and I won, as tough and as hard as it is. So it's hard to say I'd do anything different. I wouldn't, that being said, gosh, I feel like I could compete with any one of those guys, not compete. I feel like I could have beat anyone. So I felt I was a bad matchup for him, especially Mr. Katona, who ended up winning the whole deal. Like I said, the way it worked out, we actually would have fought. So it was a bummer deal, man. But how could I say, I could have done anything different? I won. I went in there, gave it my all, and it took my all, but we got it done. So it was just a bummer deal. Best worst case scenario, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and I think you're the only one in there that's still undefeated.
I believe you're right, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, that's let me get that for you.
Yes, sir. All
right. So where did you get the nickname the Karate Kid? I mean, aside from your fighting style, but who gave it to you?
It's just kind of what I was called from the get-go. I kind of had that I guess what's the word I'm looking for, the reputation, I guess. Before, when I started MMA, I was already a pretty decorated karate fighter. Everybody knew me around here for competing in karate, and so it just kind of carried over. It was actually kind of just given to me the night of my first amateur fight. They're like, you need a nickname. And I was like, well, they call me the Karate Kid. So
hey, shit,
Nice.
fucking weird. All right, and now after a fight, fighters are hungry. Okay, fighters are hungry. What is the post-fight victory meal?
I always go for my pizza, man. We're shooting for the carbs, the pizza, and I'm a sweets kind of guy. So I love it. My sister, she's an amazing baker, so she's always baking cakes and cookies and stuff. So I always look forward to her treats after a fight. Of course, my pizza, but yeah, man. It's funny too, because this last fight I really didn't even have to cut too much weight. In the summertime, my weight drops low. I'm working. I'm so busy anyhow. And but afterwards, I ate like I've been cutting weight for friggin' a year for the fight. So it's just, I think, inevitable. It's just fun. We deserve it. You know what I mean? It's just like shit. I miss my beers. I'm not gonna lie, like a good IPA too. So you know.
All right. Well, look, throughout your record, or your career, your record, whatever, same difference. You fought guys that were undefeated or, the best around that time wherever you were at. So you did not take any easy fights, and you can see from, the screen I'm looking at over here, those are all tough fights. On your second fight, you fought a guy that had 8 fights. I mean,
yeah.
Regardless of his record, that's experience. Experience isn't something you can buy. You know what I mean?
Sir.
So, but everybody else are, let's see, Phil Caracapa is your last opponent over at the Contender Series?
Yep.
I'm not sure if I said that right, but whatever. He was 8-0. Okay, your most experienced opponent to date, and he was the only one to take you to a split. What was the difference between that fight and all the other schmoes?
You know what? The difference for that fight had nothing to do with the opponent. It was just me, and I want to scream when I hear or see or talk of that being a split decision. I won. I controlled almost every single moment of that whole entire fight. Dana White, said it himself. I just hate it. I take pride in being undefeated. That being said, I've hardly ever lost a round. So for that to be a split, I think is crazy. But Saman was 8-0 too, and on the Ultimate Fighter. Unfortunately, that don't really count on the record. But I definitely think Saman was probably my toughest opponent. But this last one, just mentally, I was in a great spot. I was just coming off of another foot surgery, and just sideline, just getting ready to jump back in it and do it full force. And shit, man, I got to jump right back into a UFC fight. So it was good.
Very, very good. All right. Well, I want you to get back to your gorgeous day out there. But before we let you go, I want to give you as much time as you would like to thank sponsors, training partners, friends, family, whoever you want. Take as long as you want. The floor is yours.
This is really easy for me, man. I just want to appreciate and thank you guys so much. I think this is so cool. Each and every single time I get reached out to do one of these things, I'm truly blessed and humbled by it. As far as sponsors and team goes, man, I've had the same people since day one. They all know who they are. I thank you guys. I love you guys so much. I truly just fight for, my family, my friends, all of Idaho, man. They get behind me 100% each and every single time I do it. So truly just honored, and thank you guys so much. Anytime, man.
Absolutely. And you, sir, are going to be giving us a call when you book your next fight so we can preview that shit.
Deal. That's a deal for sure. And it'll be soon, man.
I'm very much looking forward to your next fight. Like I said, the record, the decisions, they don't tell the story that is the Karate Kid. Okay? They don't tell the story.
Started. I promise you that.
All right. Well, again, thanks for the time. Let's do this again, brother.
All right, man. Take care, brother. Peace out,
man.
bro.
Take it easy.
Bye-bye.